Hello everybody, today we're going to be talking about riding in extreme heat, and today it's going to be about 102, so we'll get to demonstrate.
What are we riding? Let's show the trikes.
We're riding the trikes, the VTXs,
Which
is a little warmer than a road bike because you're actually closer to the ground, so you're getting that heat coming off the asphalt. But anyway, I know I hear most of you out there saying, just don't ride in that heat. Well, that's the smart thing to do, but no one's ever accused us of being smart. So we're going to take a ride today and see how we cope with some of this heat.
Before you head out in the heat, remember that indoor trainers aren't just to avoid the cold and rain. I know a few folks that avoid extremely hot days by just staying in the air conditioning and riding their stationary bikes or trainers, so keep that in mind as an alternative. Of course, we wouldn't dream of being that sensible, so out in the heat we go.
Another thing you might want to do is when you choose your clothing for a really hot day, get the lighter white jerseys if you have them. They reflect the heat much better, and the same thing with helmets. If you have a black helmet, leave it at home, they absorb heat. If you have a light color or metallic color helmet, much better in the heat. And also the newer aerodynamic helmets that hardly have any vents, they are horrible in the heat. And I'm going to insert a photo right now of one that I have, and this does not work well in the heat at all. So you might want to go with the regular multi-vented helmets that are less aero apparently, but are much better on a hot day. Another really good idea is on the days that it's going to be really hot, try and leave for your ride early. It's usually cooler in the morning and you can avoid some of the worst of the heat. Of course, we never seem to be able to get out of the house early, and we're always riding in the hottest part of the day. Hydration is also extremely important on a hot day. You normally want to be drinking about 1 water bottle an hour on a bike ride, but in the heat, you probably want to be drinking more than that.
So this is something else we like to do now on really hot days. About halfway through the ride, we come back to the van. We plan the ride out so this is kind of naturally halfway through the ride, and we have a cooler in here with these freezer deals you put in the freezer that stay cold, and we have root beers, cream sodas, strawberry milk, sandwiches, and another large container of ice water. So this is a good way to cool off halfway through the ride if you're not going to be going past any Costco's or restaurants or anything like that.
Okay, don't forget your sunscreen, and let me show you something. I've already put my sunscreen on this morning, but I forgot these pants jack up a little bit, so I'm going to put a little bit right here. I usually get a burn, right? I don't know if you can see that little line. You get a burn right there, so because your pants will move up a little bit. So Let's make sure I've got a good amount of sunscreen on there. Ready to go. Another 30 miles. And I don't know if you've noticed from a lot of the shots we've done so far, but shade is your friend. Hide in the shadows while you can. Get out of the sun. It's gotten to the point of brutal today, so I've taken the extreme step of having to dump water on my head. And be careful when you do this, because the salt from your sweat will run into your eyes. So I'm gonna, oh, that feels good. Oh, go down the back, yes. Oh, and I'm also taking out the big guns, my blue neck scarf, which was a gift from my dad, and I said, what am I ever going to do with that? But it came in very handy for days like this. You soak it in water from the water fountain, and then, oh, it feels good. Oh, that's really nice. And you can ride like this. A lot of evaporative cooling. I'm just going to leave it on my neck. Feels good. Let's go. We got to finish this ride. Well, we survived the ride, and while it seemed like it was pretty brutal out there, it looks like it only got to 99 degrees with a forecast of 102. It looks like we got a little lucky, even though, like I said, it did feel really warm. Before I leave, I want to let you guys know to be on the lookout for signs of heat exhaustion if you are crazy enough to ride in weather like this. Look out for dizziness, nausea, headaches. If you have any symptoms like that, make sure you discontinue your ride and get into a cool place to recover. We will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.